Lavia, the youngster, S.ANZANI into the lineup, and R.RUSSO rounding out Gianlorenzo Blanghini's starting lineup. One switch up then. Matteo Piano needs a bit of tuning, so he's being replaced by Simone Anzani. That's one World Cup silver medalist replacing another in the starting lineup. For the United States, M.ANDERSON coming through along with R.RUSSO. Both of those World Cup gold medalists from 4 years ago. Christensen likewise. James Holt, Olympic silver, World Championship, World Cup gold. It's a very, very strong squad indeed. R.RUSSO, Olympic bronze medalist from 2015. Eric Shoji won everything as well. Sparrow knows his side have got to get a win here today. They want to win this World Cup. So David Smith straight into the starting lineup. Straight off the plane and straight into battle then. For the 34-year-old. Very, very powerful looking starting lineup for the United States. Olympic bronze medalist, World Championship bronze medalists, the VNL silver medalists, the reigning World Cup champions, the United States, always expect to be amongst the medals. Can Italy inflict a second defeat on the powerhouse that is the USA? Best of 5 sets. It could to get this one underway for Italy. Shoji picks that one up. Block comes in and somehow that gets back over. The win it again. Shoji though. Well, it does go to Italy. Double touch is the call against the USA. Some power hitting right from the start here. Christensen, hugely gifted setter, looking around. No real complaint about the call. MVP of the recently finished Volleyball Nations League, M.ANDERSON, up to serve. Can't find a put away. Shoji will be all day long for the United States. Absolutely brilliant to the back court. Absolute beauty. Oh, Gabriele Nelli picked up some good experience in last year's World Championship. Italy were very disappointed not to medal, reached the top 6, but that was it. But Nelli was a big player for them in that competition. Mid-range serve, kept alive by Sverto. Reset here. Available for Anderson. Lavia, the youngster, is the latest to be denied by Shoji. Front side, push from Nelli doesn't work. Quite a rally this. Lavia can't beat the blockers there either. So Nelli. Christensen was there. Now transition. The United States, but no, easily get it back. And a miss eventually from the 19-year-old. So many young players are a little bit hit and miss. You're going to have to hit a good one to get the better of Eric Shoji on that baseline. And he manages to cover an extraordinary amount of ground. He's already proving his value to the USA here. They've only played 4 points. Garrett Muagatutia. With the netter. send Nelly to the service line then. Driving through and Shoji keeping it alive yet again. Russell off the block, side out. Oh, big players for the United States contributing early here. Anderson denied. Russell getting it at the second attempt. Rubbing one off the block there. And of course, Shoji was in the middle of that. Here's Max Holt. Tough take there for Spartelli, very tough take, and done really well to tease the error. Americans also, well, it wasn't me. To John Sparrow, well, who was it? There's certainly some movement there. Even in that replay, it's tough to see. But the call does go against the United States. That's as easy as you like. Service reception that good. Quick set. Give it to Smith. Give it Smith. Coming up with a big one. Oh, it suits him being here, doesn't it? Different look about the USA with Smith around. Second touch, brilliant. Absolutely. Italy must feel like they're playing 5 Shojis out there. He covers so much ground. That's just outrageous. It really is. And he does it point after point after point. The exceptional is just the normal. Serving 11. It's the Italian libero, Fabio Balasso, losing the flight of that spinning ball completely. So, the USA starting to work through the gears here now. Christensen, different serve, different look to that completely. Real mess on the other side there. Smith goes for the pink. They tease the foul as well. Not a very good point here at all. Well, there it is. Russo straying into the net. Lenghini not looking hugely impressed. These two teams will be back in Japan next year for the Olympics, both having qualified already. Poland, the reigning world champion in this pool as well. Argentina off to a flyer, the host Japan playing tough. It's a very, very hard start for all the teams here at the World Cup. There's a block. Back in business. Big one. Nicely read by M.ANDERSON. Just taken. Anderson out completely. So it's Italy looking to level this up here. USA looking to take the lead into the first technical time. Russell get one there. There's that took a touch and it wasn't even close. So strong fight back from the Italians, but a big miss there. Oh, there's stuff going on there again at the net. And that will take Italy into the lead after the Americans had a nice little spell. A couple of self-inflicted wins for the USA.
Lui sta andando col bagger, ok? Aspettiamo, lo stesso vale per te. Sull'altra palla, lui andava col palleggio ma era impiccato. Tutte le volte che il palleggiatore è in una situazione di difficoltà, aspettiamo un attimo, ok? A andare. Se possiamo gli chiamiamo la palla più morbida, ma se non possiamo comunque aspettiamo un attimo, ok? Mi raccomando, le rincorse in controattacco. Rincorse in controattacco. Va bene? Perché dobbiamo chiudere i punti adesso. C'è difesa, c'è alzata e dopo siamo senza rincorse e non riusciamo a chiudere i punti e dobbiamo spallettare. Non ti muovi, tu vedi l'attaccante che va diagonale e fai questo. E fai questo, ti prende qua. Vai dentro, dritti. Sia col muro 3 che col muro 2. Ok? Vai.
Chance for Riccardo Sbertoli, the youngster, 21 years old, to audition to be Simone Gianelli's understudy. His Italian squad. Russo stays on serve. Yes! Coming back. Drilling that one again. Terrific service reception. Everything else just flows on from that. Shoji laying it up nicely for Christensen to set up Smith. Just join up the dots volleyball for the USA then. Here's Russell. That's nice. Anzani going to the US. And Smith just into Italy. Quick set, take it high. So hard to defend. Smith gambled one way, Anzani went the other. You need the luck when you're defending in a situation like that. Far side for Anderson. Nice I'll get another go at this Italy. That's nice win up cross court from Cui. The veteran, solid effort yesterday in that straight sets last Cui. One of the players that really shone. This has been a nice little turnaround from Italy early in this first set. Behind early, but recovered well. Sbertoli with serve, blocked out of it. Anzani once again, getting right in the middle of that one. John Speror has seen his team go completely off the boil here. He's going to call a timeout. Anzani hustling over there alongside Nelly. Between them, no way through.
Let's just get them out of system here. They had a couple nice passes and a couple nice swings. Gosh, they're just gonna go with the second swing on that second. Were you in the right spot there, Ronnie, on Coy on the out of system swing, the second swing?
Yeah, that could have been left.
Yeah, okay. All right.
And then make sure you can see the middle, right? Center comes off the net into area 3. Hit that just inside our middle blocker. Rotate up. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3.
Then let's see how the Americans regroup. That's what you want to see on the back of a timeout. Smith taking one inside once again. Christensen doesn't have to do much to pick it up. First set, there you go. Net skiller, but also picking that one up. Deep there for Nelly, nothing else. Going through this one, the blocking's there again. Really good blocking this. Anzani, came in. A big change is producing a big dividend here. Once again, it's Simone Anzani. The World Cup silver medal winner from 4 years ago, right in the heart of it all. Great pick up from Balasso. They'll have a swing at this one. What's there again? Anzani is just owning the middle of this net at the moment. That was Holt wiped out. Well, when you're as hot as Simone Anzani is, the message to the guys on the other side of the net is very simple. Keep it away from number 17. Don't go there. As well. That isn't. Finally, a block point comes back. Lavia swinging under pressure there. A couple to try and beat Holt. Anderson rising in unison. And Holt saying, no, I can play the block game too, having just been stuffed out of it. Holt comes up with a block point of his own. Anderson drops to the service line. Skims the net there. Really beautiful one. Lavia targets it again. And Anderson comes up with the ace. Well, that's a nasty one to take. Nice and easy for SANZANI. Quality service reception from Balasso here made that. Sbertoli barely has to move to set SANZANI up. Very conservative serve though from SANZANI. But a little bit of trickery from Garrett. A little bit two-tier. It's effective. Look at that. Absolutely. Left them completely stranded, the blockers. Fast start from him, and then he rather disappeared before being benched yesterday against Argentina. Backside to Nelly. Coaches there. Push. Wonderful pancake. Brilliant from Sbertoli. And then under pressure. Over him. Attempted a winner. The Americans coming strongly back into that one. Sbertoli doing really well, but they were chasing. Tough to hit a winner on that third touch. It's enough for Blanghini.
Sulle palle lente dovete aspettare il controtempo. L'hai colpita male perché stavi cadendo. Abbiate un attimo di pazienza in più quando vi aspettate palla alta o quando vedete chi vi alza in difficoltà o quando balla un pallone, per poter scegliere la stessa soluzione che avete scelto, però a tempo giusto, per poter tirare forte. Se state cadendo, tirate piano e la palla è incopribile. Aspettate.
So the Americans looking to level up then. Off the back of the Italian timeout, Balasso now. Swing is good enough. Young Roberto R.RUSSO. Blanghini has said this is a chance for some of these younger players to show they belong on my Olympic squad. This World Cup hugely important for a lot of these players, not just for Italy. All around the competition. It's been quite a mix-up of seasoned, proven veterans with young prospects on the fringes. Makes for some unpredictable scorelines as well. 3-3. Already seen. Clever. That'll take Italy to the second technical timeout. Once again, they're strong. Very, very close to Christensen. Looking around as if to say, not me. Speror, hugely happy with how this is playing out at the moment. And that's going to get challenged. A lot of bodies close, very close to the net. Close enough to touch the net. If this challenge is successful, that point will come back off. Watch that now, watch that. There is movement. There is movement. Christensen saying what number. Not sure if that was Russell, Holt or Christensen. Actually, it's academic. There was a touch.
Le palle che avete, cercando le soluzioni e di eseguirle bene tecnicamente. Ok? Non cerchiamo di fare tutti i palloni come se dovessimo sentirci giudicati. Io cerco di darvi un contributo, ok? Sulle palle lente, per chiudere i punti bisogna che aspettiamo di più per poterci giocare anche il colpo forte, va bene? Se scegliamo sulla palla veloce, dove Daniele? Sulla palla veloce, la palla spinta con le dita in centro al campo, non dietro, perché lì arrivano, va bene? Ricordatevi i contrattacchi ad Anderson, ok? Lasciamogli la linea libera, adesso se c'è palla soprattutto positiva saltiamo contro il primo tempo. Vai!
Coached his team to that silver 4 years ago, followed that up with silver in Rio. And then the United States finished up with bronze. John Spurrell did coach as part of the staff that won gold in Beijing. Position here. I'll take a touch from Russell on the cross court. We've got a couple of points to play with in this first set. Losing the flight of that, I think. Straight after Gui again. Back-to-back aces from Max Holt. Nasty. Oh, the top spin. Two of them going for it. Tough to blame. Gui all on his own there. He and Lavia both felt they had to go for that one. Yeah, footfall. That's not so beautiful. But damage done by Max Holt. A couple of big ones. Just over-pushed it there. A few millimetres, no more. So we're back level here. No, we're not. Beauty. Chasing again. Daniele Lavia manages to fool R.RUSSO, who left it. That's not a good take at all. Christensen shows he's there to keep it alive. The put away, emphatic Russell on the cross court. That's the definition of a kill right there. Absolutely brilliantly splitting the two cross-court defenders. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Malasso there. The put away was the easy part. Bertoli barely had to adjust his feet to set that. R.RUSSO with all day. R.RUSSO to the service line. Going to get a little nibble of the corner there, wasn't he? comes the pinch hitter, Michael Saeta. David Smith. Just check out. Saeta can stay there. Saeta won't stay there very long at all. So Italy preserving this slender lead, an insurance point on serve here would probably be enough to secure the opening set. Can they find it? Big jump serve there from Kui. There's wonderful rescue work to make sure just a delay of the inevitable. Oh, yeah, Velasco's kept that up as well. Nelly will swing through this. Now the Americans are suddenly able to do some work defensively. Good rally, really good stuff. Nelly just a push, nothing available. Oh my goodness, big mistake from the Americans. Christensen crazy at the chair umpire there. So too is Sparrow. The carry is the call. Christensen did manage to calm himself down. The cards have been brandished. But that is full-scale defending from the Italians. And that ball against the United States. They just have seen this first set slip beyond them. Now Sparrow is in the ear of the official. Play resumes. Spectators kept another look at Velasco. Claudio's got right underneath it. That's a touch. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. Langhini enjoyed that. Full-scale defending. Sparrow is still furious. I think John Sparrow particularly wants to talk to his players. He wants to yell at the referee here.
Yeah. All right. Get up each other. All we got Jones back. Come on. All right. Here we go. Let's play some fire. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. USA.
He was asking for the yellow card, but he's gone. Now, the second referee's getting it in the ear. Sideline John Sparrow, but he's far from calm. Two calls in a row. Wound the Americans up. Well, he'll have to take that sense of injustice carried into the second set, because it does seem, barring something extraordinary here, Americans will not be winning this first set, and they certainly won't be winning it now after that ace driven straight at Anderson. This is a beauty from Kui. Absolutely nasty, horrible serve. We'll have to try and get under control here. That set point. Americans in some disarray at the back end of this first set. Kui looking to wrap it up right here. Stings the net. Anderson picks it up. Doesn't get a winner though. It's going to be Nelly who will run one off the block, and that'll do it. That was a meltdown at the end of that set for the United States. Well, well, well. The gold medalists from 4 years ago have lost their first match, and they've lost the first set of the second match. And the manner of the way they faded out at the end of that first set will be of some concern. And John Sparrow is an experienced and successful enough coach to know that he's just got to settle everybody down now. Americans really need just to get back focused here, because it's Italy that have drawn first blood in this one.
prepariamo con attaccare le palle buone, ma abbiamo poco tempo per prenderle in forza.
Here's the numbers then. Too many attack winners there, but plenty of blocking from the Italians to neutralise the effect of 4 ace serves from the United States. A drama-filled opening set between the gold and silver medalists from the World Cup 4 years ago. And high stakes, as we said, with these two teams losing yesterday. Strong United States team beaten by an Argentina squad that left a lot of their big hitters at home. And Italy just swept away by the emotion in the arena against Japan, who played a really solid first match in the World Cup. Well, it's not often during day 2 of an 11-day competition and saying, well, it's all night time. But realistically, there is no way, barring something extraordinary going on, that you can lose your first 2 matches and expect to win the competition. So it really is. Win, or just scramble for the minor medals for these two teams. And at the moment, it's the Americans who have to play catch-up again. They dropped a 2-set lead to Argentina. Took that to a tiebreaker. Couldn't get over the line. Here, they're chasing again. Anderson opens up. This one. Very, very frustrating passage of play at the end of the first and the start of the second set for John Spiror. Absolutely blocked out of it, and that'll increase the frustration levels. Anzani was there, Nelly was alongside him. Was it Anzani again? You bet. Anzani is wreaking havoc defensively today for Italy. Carried on where they left off. Holton can't find a winner there. Come on! Christensen with the easy put away. Was that a little glance up at the chair? I think it was. He's still muttering away there. Watch Christensen when he hits this. Look where he looks, up at the chair. How about that call that went against him? Too much on that one from Max Holt. Yeah, didn't miss by much. Very, very dangerous serve of Max Holt. The Anzani serve is formidable as the Anzani block, that's for sure. That got exactly what it deserved. Anzani might have 4 block points. He doesn't look like the kind of guy that's going to be serving up too many aces. Smith taking care of business at the net for the United States. 4-4. Beautiful down. Absolutely ripped him. Serve. Net cord will take it out of play. Well, at least the Americans have settled down again. Far, far too good a team to allow themselves to be distracted too long by the ball. Russell sends down the sizzler. Motivation, of course. That call. Bring themselves up. Not the first time they've gone after Dick Cooey. They've looked at Cooey, they've looked at Lavia. And they've had some success serving both. Russell. Big aggressive one. And that's Lavia right on cue. He's lost it. Well, Russell is channeling whatever frustration he may have had. These are some absolutely devastating serves. Must be Balasso brilliantly getting the run. Somehow they've got to win this point, Italy, otherwise they'll have more of Russell to deal with. Need to get him out of there. He won't there. Italy with another chance to reset there. Only a dink available. Christensen brings it forward. Is it up for Garrett Tutia? And that's the United States flying now. Really well played point. Both teams had a chance to go on the offensive. And the Americans who pick up another point on serve. That'll take them into the technical. Nelly with the cross court. Much needed side out for Italy. By Smith. That's it. 1-2-3 by the numbers response from the USA. Tutia with the kill. Tough pick up this for Lavia in the backcourt. Gets snapped there. chasing game here. With an absolute razor-sharp cross-court kill. Oh, I love the execution on this. Dragging himself right across, spreading out the net, opening up a big lane for himself. Defenders stretched. And dropping it inside the sideline as well. Can't play any better than that. Yeah, that was always just moving a little bit too fast from M.ANDERSON. So Italy have steadied things back down again, but they're still chasing a couple of points on serve here. Speror knows there's still an awful lot of work to be done to get the second set secure, and they'll have to hit from way back here. In fact, they won't. They'll just push, contain. M.ANDERSON again. The block was there. That's our beautiful transition work by the USA there. Well, they were chasing this point when they were able to transition out. Off the back of that pickup in the backcourt from Shoji again. They did so with a high degree of efficiency. Holt taking it inside. Again, can't get one there. The other one off the block is Nelly, keeping Italy tucked right in here.
Pass.
Quite a battle brewing here in this second set. Holt very much central to everything that's good about the United States play at the moment. We know what a server he can be. Nicely taken there. So another miss, a swing and a miss from S.ANZANI. Oh. How clever was that? You're not around at the highest level for as long as David Smith has been without knowing every trick. Look at that. Beautiful.
Tutta la volta lo facciamo che siamo davanti, lo facciamo che siamo sotto, non ce ne frega un cazzo. Abbiamo detto di non giocare col punteggio, non giochiamo col punteggio, giochiamo con la palla, ok? Come tocchiamo la palla, va bene? Allora attenzione, perché On mi sta dando molto gioco, tu ce l'hai, sì. Ce l'hai tu, quindi se la palla è buona, se prendono un break, lì saltiamo. Abbiamo fatto bene lì quella situazione. Ricchi era avanti perché c'era il palleggiatore in prima linea, però ricordatevi che la strada è la difesa, il muro fa una strategia.
Italy. Vital that they win points like that by any means necessary. You don't get bonus points for stylish kills. Just got to get the job done. The ball turning into a bar of soap there for the Americans. Nobody could get underneath it. And they're still chasing these 2 points here. That chase will go on as M.ANDERSON drives it to beat the 32-year-old MVP of the recently finished Volleyball Nations League. When he swings through like that, you're not going to bring it back. On service reception. Really good high-class serve in this one. The US of this second set. That one does go wrong, but nevertheless, it's just padded that lead out a little bit. And everybody's blood pressure has gone back to normal on the American side. Lorenzo Blinghini is considering changes. Desperation pick up there, and there's all sorts of things going on at the net. Clearly was in real trouble. And could have been one of any number of Italians that ran into the net there. That last point rather summing up this second set for the Italians. Been all over the place. Americans right back where they want to be. Look at that desperation stuff, and yeah, that was all spared. Totally.
Gonna move it away for 19. Yeah, we haven't gotten anything. 1 out of 6 balls. I feel like 12 hasn't got much either, right? Nothing insistent. It hasn't been much insistent. USA!
It was really close. Called out. Close enough. John Sparrow to think, you know what? Have we just caught the line with this one? And the answer is no. But my goodness me, you can't get much closer than that. See Italy get themselves back into this second set. Here comes the pinch hitter. Sater again. Back out he goes. Facing a very, very difficult situation here. Here's a chance. this setup, does he? Langhini takes his
Se vogliono le schiacciano, ma non possono appoggiare contro le mani e tenersela loro. L'ha fatto prima Christensen, l'ha fatto adesso questo qua. Non possono perché noi ci aspettiamo quello, aspettiamo, non è che togliamo, spingiamo spostando, perché loro lo appoggiano e noi spingiamo spostando, però bisogna aspettare. Soprattutto bisogna aspettarsi che su queste palle che arrivano da lontano loro giochino per rigiocare.
Challenge, isn't it, really? Take that back. They pick up a block point. Denying Russell. No, ANZANI, of course. If it's going to be anybody, it's going to be the Italy number 7. It's not actually, it's Nelly. There's ANZANI celebrating. And that was a group point, but it'll go officially to Gabriele Nelly. Can Italy get themselves back into this one? Cavuto in there. As Italy, I think, is getting away from them, and if there was any doubt at all, it's gone now. Might as well challenge it, see if it took anything on the way through. But even if this challenge is successful, I think Gianlorenzo Langhini is realistic enough to know that this one has slipped away, and there's no touch there. So this one's going to be 1-all. It'll be a best of 3 now. Serving so well, that did not miss by much. time he's up on the service line. Italy must be really worried about the damage Max Holt can do. Davide Candelaro comes in. Really good, strong blocker, Candelaro. Brought in to serve here. That's taken from way back there brilliantly by M.ANDERSON. Oh, this is a lovely one. Absolutely superb. Scrubbing it off the side of Oleg Antonov there. Interesting to see how Italy regroup now. The Americans have certainly got their heads back on it after that meltdown at the end of the first set. It's going to be important to find a way to adjust going into the third. Making second best here, despite that from R.RUSSO. Nelly. Taking one off the block, R.RUSSO. Set point. Still set point then. Miracles. Miracles are in short supply in this set. Gatutia wraps it up. Comfortable, easy as you like. They are back in business. They might have lost the first set by 6. They won the second set by 6 and look very, very good. This one's level then. There's the numbers then. Look at that, 16-8. Attack points, 4 aces as well. Didn't get any blocks, but Italy with just a couple there, not enough. That was as easy as you like for the USA, hitting really well now. Well, let's dig into this a little bit. Here's the set of contact points for the United States. You want that a lot higher, ideally. That tells you that the serving is pretty good. And the service receivers are scrambling around a little bit to put their setter in a good place. Whereas in the second set, they've made some significant adjustments, got that percentage up to 70. Still room for improvement, and that's heading in the right direction for the US. Set 3 about to get underway. Level pegging here between gold and silver medalists of the last edition of the World Cup. Momentum all with the boys in blue here, the USA. M.ANDERSON driving that one down the line. Smith puts a little bit too much hot sauce on that one. No winner there. No, who can get the big swing here? Looks like Anderson. Beauty, absolute beauty. Brilliant. Taking a super angle there. No defenders home, but this has got to be placed perfectly. Drop that head, I think. Sends a hot one in. Taken. Going to have to push from mid-range there with Nelly. So there's a chance here, and the chance taken by Anderson drives another cross-court winner in. Well, back-to-back cross-court kills for Matt Anderson. And the Americans carrying on in this third set where they left off in the second. Well, they've shrugged off that controversy. They've used it as motivation. They've been the dominant team ever since. Controlling the second set, starting fast here in the third set as well. Despite the netter looking promising here for John Spurall's side. sense that they're hanging on as best they can here. The Americans really starting to settle down now after the ups and downs of yesterday and the slow start here. They did not lose the first set on a back. Pretty handy. And now they're playing pretty well. Push it over and nothing else. Cooey, nothing there for Russell either. Something there this time though. That's nice, rubbing one off the block. Cooey. Comes again. Oh, my goodness me. He's hitting really well. There's another one. Absolute sizzle down the line. Almost took a chunk of R.RUSSO with it. Eases the pressure a little bit on the Italians, but they are, even this early in this first set, given the indication that they are finding this a little bit heavy. Sbertoli. There, would he?
Let Matty have that cutting and you take Ronnie's cutting. Let Matty have that cutting and you take Ronnie's cutting, that one.
Hey, now he got Doug going cross court. Next time going back to his line shot. Okay, I think he's going to come back. Yeah, keep doing exactly what you're doing. Take that, let him get full pull almost, and dig that ball. Hey, Matty, I think that was pretty good right there. Like almost like a full pull on Nelly, right? Yeah. Good. Is that one that he does come across when he's trying to get away from that block? Pretty diggable ball. Yeah.
On Nelly?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
All right, boys, keep going.
1, 2, 3.
USA.
Matty?
Can the USA continue in this vein then? Oh, Russell and Anderson are hitting at the moment. Russell's just miscued there, not by an awful lot. And they must feel that they're close to getting this under control. There's Cooey. Italians. Haven't seen too many of those for a while. Tucci just got himself tangled up there. Shoji scrambling around a little bit. Really good serving. Oh, and that's beautiful. Stuff that. Yeah. Well, this is a bit of wizardry, isn't it? Anderson threatening to take this match over on his own. There's a switch up. Forrester coming to back even. Smith.
Out!
Anderson is online right now. Ripping winner after winner after winner here. Chance at this. Absolutely wonderful hit again from M.ANDERSON. Running the show here. American #1. Holt and his dangerous serves. Oh no! That was a crash bang straight into the advertising hoarding. Ricardo Sbertoli with the longest one of the competition so far. set. It's pretty much in the bag now. Defensive work this time from Anderson.
Going on right here, you know, it's match 2, a little bit deep in the match, and there's a little low. We got to keep our focus and intensity point by point, okay? All right. Hey, wait to weather a few missed serves and come back and keep going at it. Remember, it's about putting pressure on them. If you have an error, you're going back, your next goal, put pressure on them. Okay, you're not letting up. All right, here we go, USA. USA.
Che quando tocchiamo dobbiamo essere più bravi a sbatterci e a tener su, ok? E quando difendiamo a mettere meglio per controattaccare.
Out. Hope they can pick up something on serve. Italy. Only 3 points that they need, but seen the tough out. He's going to get another shift here. Kui checking out. It's been for Matt Anderson. It really has. That time, it's Mugat Tutia coming up with a defensive point. Nowhere to go at all for Cavuto. And seemingly nowhere for Italy to go in this third set. Just try and...
Non stiamo facendo male, non stiamo non capendo come loro giocano, stiamo anche creandogli delle difficoltà, siamo sempre sulle cose, però ci manca un pizzico per chiudere i punti, ci manca un pizzico per tenere una palla in difesa, becchiamo sempre, cosa abbiamo detto sui primi tempi, dove schiacciano? In 5. 3 volte che tirano il primo tempo in 5. Nel momento in cui ci aspettiamo il primo tempo, saltiamo contro il primo tempo e vanno nelle direzioni che sapevamo. Manca quel pezzettino. But there is the call. siamo da 45 minuti. Questi, perso il primo set, vanno. Se resistiamo, fanno molti errori come hanno fatto nella parte iniziale del set e nella finale del primo set. Però bisogna resistere. Queste palle qua, affrontarle come difesa, stare lì, tenere alto, partire più bassi e cercare di tenere e di girare una palla.
Sticks a stuck block onto the account. A little dink. Get a reset here. Kabuto pushes that one. Shoji says no, forget it. Driving through. Job finished. USA. Absolutely no stopping him. He's lurking here, Russell, and then he makes his move. Taking one off the block. Another American point, and this third set has just wilted away here for Italy. Yeah, that's going to come back. But not much longer. Yeah, hold with the foot away. That's set point. The real concern for Joe Lorenzo Blanchini here is that he's going to pick his team up for the fourth set. They look completely spent. Saito will come in. Second half of that third set was as one-sided as we've seen for a long time. There's only one team in it, and that was the USA. And if the Italians want to stay alive in this match, they're going to have to find some kind of response. Lorenzo Blanchini will have to pick his team up off the floor. Smiles then for the USA, and that's a horrible set of numbers for Italy. 5 attack points, no blocks, 1 ace. More than half the points that they scored came on errors. Their offense has vanished. The Italians breathe a bit of life back into their campaign here, or will the USA complete the comeback and register a much-needed victory? And will the silver medalists of 4 years ago drop to 0-2? David Smith to get this fourth set underway. Been a while since he's been a major factor in this match, hasn't it? All those blocks. Take Anderson out. From the USA #1. And Italy needed this. Doesn't take much to spark a revival. Nelly got the block in place. And that one would have dropped in anyway, even if it hadn't contacted Anderson. Nelly is denied. Anzani isn't now. Different look to Italy if they can get Anzani involved. A couple of offensive points from the big middle right at the start of this fourth set. Up on the big one. Shoji picks that up. Holt can't get a winner. Now then. Anzani denied by Holt. Duel again. Holt wins again. Bring it over to Nelly. He's denied. Holt working overtime there defensively for the Americans. Lovely pick up there from Russell, but Italy get it back again. And then a miscue from Cui. That is outstanding D from the United States. Italy just couldn't find a way through. Chance after chance after chance. And then Cui. Well, that's what good defending will do. It makes you rethink. Get caught in two minds. That's what happened there to Dick Cui. Big chance there for Italy. Pour on some early pressure. They can still side out and be in control here. Caruso's denied. Shoji outstanding again. Nelly, he's been denied as well, but here they go again. Got there in the end, but Italy being made to work very hard for these kills. his sizzlers. Nothing doing there for Caputo. That's nice. Russell rolling one off the block. USA get that point back on serve they need. Level pegging again. Nelly so close to pulling this one off. That's a beauty. That's gone over on first touch. Now Italy have got to jump on this. Caputo does. Was moving to Tutia. Mishandling serve here. Paid for it. Italy edging back out in front again. Really stays on serve. Wonderful. The Italians are not happy. They are not happy at all. Well, let's have a look. Smith coming over there. Taking that out. Did it take a touch on the other number 20 on the way back? Happy. Play continues. Nicely done by Spento. Really didn't have any other alternatives available to him there either. Still got to execute. No winner there for Anderson. That's big. That was a really good chance for the Italians. The Americans have sent it back. Smith denying Russo. Lasso's handled that nicely. No winner there for two. Russell driving through is too hot. The USA building up a little bit of momentum here in this fourth set as we get to the first technical timeout.
I'm going to stay where I am, but I'm just going to take a step back. Okay. So that I can still get that step. Okay. With that, I'm just loading and going anyways, but I'm just going to load a little bit behind you so I have a full approach to that. I'm just not getting up. That's a super interesting idea. Love it. Turn it up just a little bit here. Turn it up just a little bit. Come on. 1, 2, 3. USA. Separate here, boys.
for Italy to just hold on here. Oh, it's a sneaky ace. Oh my word. The man of the moment right now is R.RUSSO. In the last set it was M.ANDERSON wreaking havoc. Now it's Russell doing some damage. That is quite literally a 1-2 punch for the United States that might be on the brink of knocking Italy out of this. So beautifully underneath. Take there for Gui. Couldn't really get anything in at all. So Nelly was and does. R.RUSSO bring Italy level.
What?
No, R.RUSSO can't. Spertoli can. The centre with the stop block to take out Mugututia. Settles love getting block points. He would have enjoyed that one.
Right.
Oh, shit. Miscue there. Lost that one completely. So a breakdown here for the USA. Christensen couldn't find his man. That certainly wasn't where Russell was expecting it. So shifting momentum again here. Oh, momentum shift continues. Foot fault. Now then, this is quite a change around. And he's certainly not going to query that, Russell. Definitely catching the line there. Turnaround though. Serve. Third time in this set, the Italians have created a small lead for themselves. The Americans wiped it out both times very quickly. Smith with more of the same. Stay on the offensive here. Good response this from Italy after the way they faded away in that last set. In the second half, that third set was pretty horrific. Responded well. actually look closer. Sneaky again this time. Doesn't pay off, but the block does. I think that might have been Nelly again. He certainly led the cheers there. Spare a thought for Garrett Mugattutia, who managed to get underneath it right here. Kept the point alive. It's a very, very quick response from the Italians, and I think that one will have to go to S.ANZANI again, who hasn't had a block point for a while. Well, if it's not Nelly, it's S.ANZANI. Just counting 5 for him. Inside set. 3 aces, 3 blocks. Another absolute killer. Oh my goodness me. Oh, that's a miss. Oh, that is a miss. Wow. I mean, that's David Smith, and that's automatic. And, well, it just goes to show again, no matter how good you are, nobody is automatic. He won't miss like that again the rest of this World Cup. Perfect take, Mugattutia. Everything else should follow from that. And it did. Russell dispatched that with interest. So who takes a lead into the technical timeout? That'll be the Italians. That's a nice cross-court winner there from Oreste Cavuto.
Un attimo di tempo, questa era un po' staccata, ti sei trovato sotto. Ok? Nello, se fai la variazione va benissimo anche con la palla perfetta, l'importante è che tu sia vicino a rete, in centro al campo, perché sono lunghissimi, soprattutto sulla palla alta, però non piano, quelle che sei così, lì in mezzo, ok? Ragazzi, c'è da tenere la ricezione, quei turni lì, c'è hold, ok? Quella benissimo, il problema è che ti sei fatto vedere troppo presto in 5, stagli davanti, poi butti le braccia qui, non ti spostare, però è giusto, va bene, ricordati dal suo lato e di non buttarti tranne che tu sia in ritardo, però non buttarti dall'altra parte se vedi che giocano diagonale.
Well, no idea how this fourth set's going to play out. Can the Americans wrap it up, or will Italy drag them into another 5-setter? Back-to-back 5-setters in the United States. They won't go back. Smith gets back to doing what he does best. I told you there's no way he's missing another one. So we stay level. I always feel they've got an ace in them, though. The Americans. Russell has 4. 5 there, but that is coming back on first touch, and Smith didn't take it on. That was interesting. The block is there now. That's a big hit. That's Mugattutia with a momentum shifter again. Well, this is superb stuff with Nelly driving through one-on-one. Garrett Mugattutia shifts the momentum again, and it keeps Russell on serve. And Italy don't want that. aces have been raining down on them today. That's almost back on. Yeah, it's good enough. It's good enough. Big shift here. 3 points in a row off the technical timeout. Now, Langhini has to call a timeout. That was a touch. And that's the end of that.
Quella palla non c'è problema. 1 contro 1, si è buttato diagonale, non c'è problema. Il problema sono quelle quando siamo chiusi col muro 3, che lì se prendiamo delle murate dal centrale mi girano i coglioni. Però, ragazzi, io non so come dirvelo. Non so come dirvelo. Tirano forte, teniamo, no, slash, ace, perché non chiudiamo con le gambe, non cerchiamo di frenare la palla. Quello è il problema. Quello è il problema. Abbiamo tempo di risolverlo da qui alla fine del set.
Well, this is dig-in time now for Italy. This has got to be side out. Well, this one might have just gone. First, they must get Russell out of there. That is absolutely the highest priority. This has got to be side out right here. That's nicely taken. By Kui. Oh, what a pick up there from Roger to Tui. Riding in, ripping one through. It's Russell with the kill that might just secure a 4-set victory here for the US. This 4th set that's hung in the balance. A burst of 4 points in a row when it really matters might have changed everything around. It's good night to R.RUSSO. The experienced Davide Candelaro comes in a middle block of switch up. That might just come too late here for Italy. Russell stays on serve. Oh, he's missed that one there. Kui. This is a real fade out. Russell may not be serving any aces, but he is serving some zingers, and Italy just can't deal with them. Antonov in, Kui out. Italy almost out. They're certainly on one knee, and the count's at 9 here. Tough to be too critical, I suppose, because he's done his job. Now, Italy need to find 3 points on serve, and they need to find them fast. Candelaro with a wobbler. Sometimes the wobblers can work. Well, there's one of them brought back. Different server coming in, catching a bit of net cord. Nobody quite knew what to expect. An easy put away from S.ANZANI on the overpass. Candelaro will get a bit of net cord this time as well. This time it won't come back. Langhini knows it's all hanging by a very slender thread here. In comes Sato the setter to serve. The ace server who secured the last set. Being brought in to try and wrap things up here for the US. Saito will look for another one then. It's all insurance points now for the Americans. It's a good one. Much better take. Oh, brilliant bit of rescue work. Similarly from Italy, from Oreste. Might find a winner there though. Antonov. There's a winner. There's a winner. Darren Morgan takes the United States to the brink of their first win at the 2019 World Cup. The gold medalist from 4 years ago. Shocked yesterday. Surprised early here, but on the brink, wrapping things up. In comes Giulio Pinali for Nelly. Horrible position to be brought in at, with your team 2 points from being sent packing. Saito. Another beauty. Where's this going? Nicely for Italy, and that has to be a winner. It is. Caputo driving that one down. So Saito will return. Job done. Back to the bench he goes. Well, he's played his part. For a specialist position that he comes in at. Italy have to dredge up 4 points on serve from somewhere. Russell picking that one up nicely. Anderson rubbing that one off the block. That's travelling and travelling and travelling on Antonov. That sees the United States at match point, and how appropriate it is Matt Anderson with a chance to serve this one out. The serving from the Americans has been of a very, very high standard over the last 3 sets. Could they finish it off with an ace? Yes, they can. Well, that's appropriate, isn't it? So Anderson will join Russell with 4 aces for this match. And it really was the quality of serving that helped the Americans to overcome that early deficit and shaky times, especially when you look at how they collapsed at the end of that first set. The call that went against them, they didn't like, lost their heads for a few points there, but they regrouped brilliantly. John Sperrall got them back on track for the start of the second set. And after that, it was all business. They won the next 3 comfortably to 19, 14, and again to 19. So it's the USA who get their first win, and it's Italy, the silver medalists from 4 years ago, who begin their World Cup campaign with back-to-back defeats. And that is a huge surprise, but such is the standard in this year's World Cup. It's almost impossible to see anybody going through without dropping at least one match. The Americans had to bounce back, and they've done so after a false start in some style. Russell and Anderson leading the way for them. And they're also very happy to have David Smith back in the fold as well. So, victory photo. Very happy Americans, and their wait for a victory goes on. And after a rest day, Italy will face Argentina, the 2-0 Argentina.
There we go, boy.
Very, very few easy matches here. I think all these teams will be feasting on Tunisia, but other than that, nothing is going to come easy. This one didn't come easy either for the USA. And after their rest day, they get Poland.